to the outside of Jensen. Jensen, that was...
4-5-9 sets this door.
Marquez! Oh, there's a touch on the leader, he's off! He's off, that's a huge one!
Looking in the acceleration zone, look at them all spread out. They go in search of their own piece of real estate. Grind and push and shove, and now they've got to come all back together again. Jason Bright, over and up and into the wall. Oh!
That started with Slade down the inside.
We'll try to come in together, so it's Tim Slade leans on the Holden Racing Team car, which just sends Team BOC Commodore flipping into the air. Then Gisbergen and Kelly get through, and then watch car 47 just pushes across, and it doesn't take much for Garth Tander just to lean on the front left-hand side of Jason Bright.
It's that secondary impact that's the worry there with the wall, and it got right up on the top of the debris fence.
To the front when those pit stops happen.
Oh, big crash! Felix Rosenquist! Oh my goodness!
I bet I know where that is. I think that's onto the back straightaway.
That is huge.
Heavily compromised. Let's see if my theory holds true. Oh boy. Almost went out of the park. Right on board.
It sounded like the throttle stuck.
The throttle did stick. That was bizarre, but again, awaken alert inside the car as the AMR safety team worked to extract him.
The yellow flag being waved in sector 2, and that's why. And that is the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. Red flag, but Lando Norris is coming in. Let's have a look at the moment that Kevin Magnussen and his race ending.
Something broke there.
Yeah.
Something broke on the car.
We'll have a look more from off board.
I think the right rear toe link or something broke there and sent him into the barriers. It's the rebound that hurts as much as anything on those sort of crashes, and it'll be the rear brake ducts that are on fire.
Vast rate of knots, 7/10 to be pretty exact. Here we have Gasly, and we're on board with Daniel de Jong. Look how close he is, going to be contact! Oh my word! A huge impact into the tyre barrier there.
That was going to be a safety car, I'm certain of that. That was a huge shot.
You know that this is one of the fastest points of the racetrack. And that is absolutely monstrous. A horrible, violent impact.
Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's...
And around she goes
into
Kenseth.
Oh gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall, hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was...
I am not believing it.
Fifth car back.
I think somebody makes contact with... Oh, McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
And then
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, it just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
As Kenseth's car comes back down to earth, right behind the red 21. There's the three of them. Whoosh.
You realize how powerful the wind is in that situation, to be able to take a car, pick it up in the air like it's a piece of paper.
Rossi, a sweeping wide line through Dewar Corner on his 400th Grand Prix start. Valentino Rossi leads here in Filipino. Quartararo's down. That was a factory Ducati. It was Petrucci. Huge high side for Petrucci at the southern loop.
Marquez, he's out quite wide, and then he's just asked a bit too much from the rear end. And poor old Fabio Quartararo, who was wide himself.
Petrucci's just going to launch himself skywards. There was a bit of contact, a minimal bit of a nudge there from Marc Marquez.
Rebellion at Les Combes. So that's Mike Conway backing out of lap, and that's the wrecked Dragon Speed car. That's
Dragon Speed, that's Pietro Fittipaldi there.
It is Pietro Fittipaldi.
Rouge, I think, that's at the top of the hill there at Radion. Oh, he's gone in front on. He didn't turn. That's the thing afterwards. He didn't turn from there. He's offline. That moment in time, it looked like he didn't have steering.
Brilliant result for William Alatalo. If he could stay where he is, as Ollie Goethe there runs wide. As they come up towards Blanchimont, is he going to get through? Ollie Goethe leaves the door open, and Roman Stanek gives him the point. That's like karting there, isn't it? Oh no, big contact, big incident there. Roman Stanek and Ollie Goethe off. Talk us through this one then, Jordan.
Yeah, so back there you'll see one trident come through. Oh, Zane was just on the inside. Ollie maybe didn't see him. There's a big impact for Zane there.
Over the bumps here. Oh, there's a touch on the leader, he's off! He's off, that's a huge one! And Durrani's over, this is full course yellow, car's upside down, clipped a GT car as he was going through of the left front. Tyre barriers absolutely doing their job and dissipating the energy.
You've got to dive down low. You've seen what Briscoe could have done.
This is it. One lap. Oh, there goes Ryan Hunter-Reay and Ryan Briscoe. And Briscoe flies. Briscoe flips and flies. Very abrupt end to what was a terrific day for Ryan Briscoe. He gives both thumbs up.
They just start bouncing off of each other here. Hunter-Reay was going for a gap that closed, and he came down into Brian, and the grass just caught the car and just flipped it violently.
Karam coming down, Hunter-Reay in the middle, and Ryan Briscoe just the innocent bystander there down on the inside, and that nose just dove in like a dart into the grass.
On the first lap, particularly at the start of a Grand Prix. That's a tough one for the stewards, and they are looking at it.
Someone has gone off, surely there. Turn 12, yeah, someone has. That looks like the McLaren of Lando Norris. It is the McLaren of Lando Norris. We saw the sparks. This is what happened. We'll see him coming into the shot. There, oh yeah. He was heading to an accident there.
Lost the back end of the car. Very early doors.
Nearly took out his teammate.
So nearly took out his teammate, but yeah.
This is on board now.
Total passenger in that.
Losing some practice time on pit lane, but hopefully they can get this issue sorted.
Oh, and a problem. Oh my gosh! That was a very hard impact there.
Memo Gidley and Matteo Malucelli were admitted to Halifax Hospital. They are awake and communicating, so we'll take that as very good news indeed. A loss of drive in his Risi Competizione Ferrari. He stopped by the side of the road, and then along came Memo Gidley, who was unsighted, and whammo.
That was a tremendous impact. Here we see another look at it. He's diving to the inside of that GT machine, obviously unaware that Malucelli was slow.
Caution. Turn 2. Trouble. Oh my goodness, what a huge crash. Scott Dixon is in it.
Comes off the wall, just misses the 10 of Tony Kanaan. Unfortunately, Scott Dixon is right there, up and over the front of the car. Car hits on the top of the wall.
On the top right there, on the top load.
He had nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go, and it landed exactly the way you don't want a car to land on a guardrail. He was just so lucky.
Oh, and Jack doing it so sideways there, coming out of this, but look at the visibility, Alex. And this is bumpy part of the circuit. 3, 4, 5, and 6.
He's here. There's contact with the Campos of Kushmaini involved. There was contact between Kushmaini, who's into the side of Crawford, and there. Wow, look at that. The two Campos cars have come together.
Better view. So he's on the inside there of Crawford. Yeah, gets a swap on. He actually touches there a puddle there. He almost touches the grass on the inside there. Oh, and Boschon had nowhere to go. So blind going through there.
So Boschon was running back to make sure that Miney's okay.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
Oh, he's gone nowhere. Randall's gone nowhere. He'll have to use the anti-storm, and he's been clouded heavily by Heimgartner. Heimgartner's gone straight into the back. It'll trigger a safety car.
So you watch this. He moves, and then he moves again, and that's when it's stalled. That's probably close enough to 150 kilometers an hour.
Ooh. Oh man, yeah, we're breathless. That's a nasty, nasty shunt.
To the inside, Newman to the front. Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof.
Newman gets a pretty good run to the turn 4, but now here comes a huge run by Ryan Blaney being pushed by Denny Hamlin. He tries to go to the outside, then the inside. They lock bumpers and turns Ryan Newman around. Upside down he goes.
Finishing second. Blaney tried the top side, tried to get low. Ryan Newman goes around and the car goes to its roof, and here's the on-rushing Corey LaJoie picking it up and over.
But a 10th behind Stanek, and Hajar's on a fast one as well. Personal best in the first sector and in the middle sector, but he gets into the gravel and he gets into the wall on the exit.
No! 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 I destroyed the cow! No!
Little bit of kick of oversteer just on the exit, and once you drop that wheel into the gravel, quite a nasty hit. Now he's going to get that kick of oversteer.
I think the right rear tyre as well, completely destroyed.
And trusting that front end, no way back through. And Bagnaia, a 139.459, sets this door. Marquez! He has absolutely slammed into Miguel Oliveira. Pick the bones out of this one. There is Marquez in fourth, coming through turn 2 now in the braking zone. Oh, he just gets it all wrong, all wrong. And then as he clipped Martin, look at that, he just pitched him further forward, absolutely slams into the luckless Miguel Oliveira.
And on the outside of him is Todd Hazelwood. Oh, big trouble at the end of the back straight, and that's a terrible incident. A terrible incident for Hazelwood. That is a shocker. This will be a red flag. Car number 19. Webby's got locked up under the back of the Nissan, tagged Hazelwood, rotated it, and then it's gone into the fence backwards and rolled. Catch fence has done its job.
Well, now right up behind him is Mikkel Jensen. Third is Rosenqvist. Let's see who's the real mover in the pack this time. Put your money on Rosenqvist. Here he comes. Goes to the outside of Jensen. Jensen levels. Oh, they all make contact, and it's Rosenqvist who comes off worse. Broken suspension up the escape road into the barriers. Lance Stroll is out of the race. Mikkel Jensen is out of the race. And that, I'm afraid, was pretty silly driving on the part of 3 people. Now look, where's he expected to go? He's on the outside of the road, and it's Stroll who just moves across. Pincers Jensen. Rosenqvist, the completely innocent party in that. Jensen didn't have a great deal to do because he either braked, and still could have been hit, or he steered into Rosenqvist. So there's nothing he can do. It's Lance Stroll who just was determined to block at all costs.